Hey, alright, welcome to another video. If you haven't been here before, I'm Cecilia Joe and this is my channel where I talk all things books. So today I'm going to choose my March TBR. Can't believe I'm doing March TBR already. So yeah, I've decided this month I'm going to use like the prompt jar method. So I've got my little jar here with all different prompts inside, and I think I'm going to choose 5, and then I'll go and have a look at my books, and then I'll come back with the 5 books that relate to the prompts. So yeah, I'm going to choose 5, and then I've got a memoir, a non-fiction and a classic to go. So 8 books overall for the March TBR. I feel like I'm not doing very well with my TBRs at the moment. I just don't seem to be reading all the books off them. So I'm hoping this month I'm going to really try and stick to it, you know. So yeah, we're going to choose 5 and then I'll go and pick the books out. So number 1, we have got a book where the author's first or last name starts with a J. So that is our first prompt. I feel like we've got Jessa Hastings. I could read Daisy Hates. Who else have we got beginning with J? I'm not sure, I'll have to have a look. But that's the first prompt, so that's number 1. And then we have got, let's see, a book that's pink. I definitely have a few of those that I can choose from, so I can already think of a few. In fact, there's a couple that are on my TBR for this month that I've not read that maybe I will put on my next TBR. We'll see, but I can think of a few. I've definitely got some pink books. And then we have a third one, which is a cartoon cover. I definitely have some of those, so that will be fine. Probably a nice romance maybe. I feel like I usually cartoon covers. Let's choose one from the bottom. Okay, we've got a book with yellow on the cover, so it doesn't have to be, the whole cover doesn't have to be yellow. But we're getting a lot of like cover, well, I guess you can only really have cover related ones or names, I guess. I'm sure I definitely will have some books with yellow on the cover. Yeah, I definitely do. Okay, and then last but not least, we have got no people on the cover. I've got all of them except for the author one. The rest are all to do with the cover, but that's okay. So I'm sure I definitely will have books that I've got no people on the cover, 100%. So they are the 5 prompts. So I'm going to go and choose the books that relate to those prompts, and then I will let you know once I've found them. Okay, so I've got all the books out. I think I'll start with the ones that are not from TBR jar. So we've got the classic for this month, which is The Odyssey by Homer. I don't know a single thing about this book. Honestly, I have no idea what it's about, what the story is. I haven't got Scooby-Doo. It's just the only other classic that I own. So I'm trying to read the ones that I have before I buy any more. So yeah, that is a classic for this month. And then the non-fiction that I've got is The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest, which looks like this. So it says, transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. I've had this book for ages, I just haven't picked it up. So yeah, that is a non-fiction for this month. And then the last one from not from the TBR jar is the memoir, which is Tom Felton's Beyond the Wand. I think I'm going to enjoy this. I'm quite looking forward to reading it. I do love the Harry Potters, so I'm looking forward to sort of hearing what his story is. So yeah, hopefully he'll talk about the Harry Potter films. I'm assuming he will, considering it's called Beyond the Wand, and then what sort of happened afterwards. But yeah, that is the memoir for this month. So they're the 3 books that are not from my TBR jar, and then the ones from my TBR jar. So we have got a cartoon cover, which I have chosen a new book that I got recently, which is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I've heard, I think it was Heather McLary talk about it and said it was really, really good. I think she got an ARC for it and she really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. I picked it up. I didn't pick it up when it got like on release day, but it wasn't soon after because I just spotted it in Waterstones and thought, yeah, I fancy reading that. So I think it's like a paranormal romance between a, I think it's a, it's a wolf I think it's just a wolf, maybe. I'm not sure. I want to go into it a little bit, not really knowing what it's about, but I know it's a romance. So yeah, we've got Bride, which is a cartoon cover. And then we have got a book where the author's first or last name starts with a J. So for this one, I have got As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. So this is the third one in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. And I read the first two. I really enjoyed them. So I want to sort of try and get some of my series finished, you know. So yeah, we've got this one on this month's TBR. This is the third and last one. I also pretty sure I have this book on my Kindle, so it's quite a chunky book, so I think that'll be good to read it on my Kindle as well. So yeah, although on the Kindle you don't sort of get the full like effect of like the transcripts and stuff, but anyway, yeah, Holly Jackson, and that is a book where the author's first or last name starts with a J. Obviously we've got Jackson. So yeah, that's that one for this month. And then we have got a book with yellow on the cover. So I've just chosen a yellow book, which actually this one also could have worked for a book with an author beginning with J. And it is Murder Shatters the Quiet of Shady Hollow by Janelle Black. And it looks like this. So I think this is like a murder mystery. Yeah, a murder mystery in like a small town. Quite a small book, quite a thin book. I just think it'll be a nice little escape into a small town for a bit and figure out who's committed the murder. So yeah, that is a book with yellow on the cover. Clearly a nice yellow book all the way around. And then we have got a book that's pink. So for this one, I have chosen a book that I think it's been on my January and February TBR, and I just haven't got round to it. I don't know why. I feel like I was having a really good reading month this month, and then I just haven't picked this book up, but I don't know why, because I am genuinely looking forward to reading it and starting the series. But it is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this series because I really enjoyed Caraval by this author. And I have all three books. I just don't know why I've not picked it up. Just been so distracted with other books, I think, and I just haven't reached for it. But I'm going to read it this month. I'm going to. I might even set like a video to do like reading the trilogy or something like that. I'm getting round to it this month, 100%. So yeah, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber is a book that's pink. And then last but not least, we've got No People on the Cover, book with no people on the cover, and I have chosen Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, which as you can see has got no people on there. I'm excited to read this one. It is a series. I think the third one maybe came out. When I say it's the Atlas 6, then Atlas Paradox, and then Atlas something else. Maybe I can't think, but I saw like a special edition of it today, the other day in Waterstones, but I didn't pick it up because I'm trying not to pick up, you know, like more in the series if I've not read the first one, like the next one in the series, if that makes sense. Anyway, I didn't pick it up with the sort of what I'm getting at, but I have got this one. I don't even own Atlas Paradox, the second one, so if I enjoy it I might need to go straight out and get the second one, but we'll see. Again, it's quite a chunky book, but yeah, the writing inside, the text isn't too big, so hopefully. I think also this book might be on Kindle Unlimited as well, so I might read it on there, like sort of mix between the two. But yeah, so that is No People on the Cover, book with no people on the cover, the Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. And that is the last but definitely not least book in my March TBR. I am going to really try my best to stick to the TBR this month, and also try and catch up on some of the books that I haven't read from the January and February one, and just try and have a really good reading month. I think February not necessarily been a bad reading month, I just didn't stick to my TBR, you know. There's no point in making them if I'm not gonna put them as a priority. So yeah, these are all books that I want to read, so I just need to pick them up and stop faffing about with other books, stop getting distracted by other books. But yeah, that is my March TBR. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did and you would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But other than that, I will see you in a bit.